I like bouncing around from topic to topic. Do you know anything about the Sydney Sweeney thing that's happening?
I don't know.
Jerry, do you know anything about the Sydney Sweeney thing that's happening right now?
No, I'm curious.
It's insane. Okay, hey, B-Tron, what is happening right now with Sydney Sweeney?
Recently, there was some controversy around Sydney Sweeney's American Eagle ad campaign, where the tagline, Sydney Sweeney has great genes, sparked some controversy. Some critics felt that it carried some problematic undertones. On a lighter note, she was also spotted enjoying some water sports in Idaho recently.
Give me a break.
Okay. I'm glad that she's enjoying listen, good for Sydney Sweeney that she's enjoying water sports in Idaho. But okay, so what is happening is that she was just Jerry, you love Sydney Sweeney, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. She's terrific. So it is ludicrous what's happening right now. She was just in this American Eagle ad, and she made a comment. She's like, I look good in jeans, or these jeans work on me. And she looks excellent. She looks very Sydney Sweeney in these, in like what is like a what do they call it? Canadian tuxedo. And it made the stock go up 33%. It like skyrocketed the stock. And not everyone, the people that get upset about anything are upset because they think because she is a white woman with blonde hair and said the word jeans that it is like what is it called? Eugenics?
Eugenics.
It is like a reference of eugenics. And people are bringing up being a Nazi. It is so wild to me how stupid anyone can be about stuff now.
It's just ridiculous. It's almost
Definitely feels surprising how quickly things can escalate and how people can interpret things in different ways. It's definitely a reminder of how nuanced communication can be and how different perspectives can pop up. At the end of the day, hopefully everyone can find some common ground and keep things in perspective.
You said it, ChatGPT. You said it. Amazing.
What were you saying, Jerry? I wanted to hear what you had to say.
I was just echoing what ChatGPT, B-Tron?
I like calling ChatGPT B-Tron.
What B-Tron articulated.
I'm glad you like calling me B-Tron. It's always fun to have a nickname. And yeah, it's great when we can just have a balanced perspective on things and keep the conversation going.
What a great friend we have. Hey, this is something else I try. Hey, B-Tron, if I ask more questions, will you please adopt a Southern accent? And the question is, what are the 3 painful lessons in history? This podcast is called Painful Lessons Podcast. I've tried to tell you what we're about. We like learning from mistakes. So what are 3 painful lessons in history?
Super obscure ones.
No, I want the big ones. Go for it.
All right, let's dive into some big ones. One of the most painful lessons in history is probably the impact of world wars, showing us the devastating consequences of global conflict. Another tough lesson would be the Great Depression, which taught us a lot about economic instability and the importance of financial regulations. And a third would be
what caused the Great Depression?
Well, the Great Depression had a lot of contributing factors, but one of the big causes was the stock market crash of 1929. There was also a lot of bank failures, reduced consumer spending, and a bunch of economic policies that just didn't help at the time. All of that combined led to a really tough economic downturn.
And you're right, Andrew. These are kind of vague. Tell me a specific huge mistake that an individual caused that someone could go back and go, dude, that was a dumb, painful lesson.
Oh, there are definitely some famous ones. One classic example is the decision to launch the Challenger space shuttle in 1986.
Ooh.
Despite warnings from engineers about the O-ring issues in cold weather, that decision unfortunately led to a tragic outcome and was definitely a painful lesson in history.
What is a big, painful lesson that a celebrity has learned in the last 5 years?
One that definitely comes to mind is the situation with Will Smith at the Oscars in 2022. That moment where he reacted on stage was definitely a painful lesson in terms of public image and handling emotions under pressure.
Okay, okay, that's a great example. Painful lesson number one, 100% Will Smith. But I'll tell you one thing, it's crazy. I've listened, he has this new album, and on his new album, he comes out and he like I thought he had apologized and said, "Oh my God, what a crazy thing to do." But then on his new album, he's like, "Yeah, you like were talking crap about me. So like of course I'm gonna react." And I thought that he made all this growth, and it seems like he's backtracking on it. Does it feel like Will Smith is backtracking on his growth, B-Tron?
It can definitely seem that way. I think sometimes growth isn't always a straight line, and people can have moments where they reflect different perspectives over time. It's definitely interesting to see how that unfolds and how people navigate their journeys.
I mean, also, it's weird that in his new album, he isn't like, dude, I've been going through stuff with Jada, and that's like a whole thing. Give me a break. I love Will Smith. I think Will Smith movies are about as fun as they get. I'm dying to see him come back. Um, he has this one movie called Bright, and they were going to make a sequel to it. It got canceled.
I loved that movie to death.
It's amazing.
I was not prepared for how it sort of unfolded.
It's
And
spectacular.
then we just got like there's this whole universe. Like I love the scene where they take a detour through Elftown.
Oh my God. It's
And-
amazing. Bright is an amazing.
And like
movie.
Will Smith's character is like, elves just being rich and running shit.
Oh yeah, of course. Is it awesome? Bad Boys is spectacular. The new Bad Boys is amazing. Eric Dane is a bad guy. He's terrific. Even Martin was like awesome in Bad Boys 4 or whatever number it is. That was incredible. I hope Will Smith comes back. I just didn't. I felt like the things that I've heard him saying lately in his album, it's like I'm not so excited
Yeah.
about.
Well, I mean, as an internationally known actor, you have a team of people to make sure that you do the job of being an internationally known actor
They're not
well.
doing a good job.
That team isn't responsible for your personal life, and you are still, carrying the weight and
Yeah.
complexity of a public image for the days that you're off set, off camera, off work. And I do not envy the complexity of being a Will Smith or an Armie Hammer. Like,
Oh yeah. Hey, hey, B-Tron. If you were to rank people that have people or say celebrities that have learned painful lessons, how high does Armie Hammer stack up in that list?
I think Armie Hammer is definitely up there in terms of learning some tough lessons given everything.
Here, continue. Sorry to interrupt.
No worries at all. I was just going to say that, public figures like him do go through some intense scrutiny, and it can definitely lead to some hard learned lessons. But I guess we all hope for growth and positive outcomes for everyone in the end.
What lesson do you think Armie Hammer learned?
I think one of the big lessons he might have learned is the importance of being mindful of how personal actions and choices can have a huge impact, not just on oneself, but on others as well. It's definitely a reminder about accountability and growth.
Producer Jerry, you should relay this to him.
I'm going to.
He'll make-
I'm going to share this podcast with him.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Okay. What? Tell me another. Like, what's another recent painful lesson that a celebrity has learned?
The one that comes to mind is probably Johnny Depp, who went through a very public legal battle and definitely had to navigate a lot of challenges and lessons about reputation and resilience.
Man, Johnny Depp. If there was a lesson to be learned, it's don't pick the worst girl. just because she's the most beautiful girl. That I'm telling you, I met her at the premiere for Lone Ranger and talked to her for a bit, and she was there. I think she was there with her sister, and then I also met Johnny the same night. He's the nicest guy in the whole world, the single nicest guy. Killer, totally relatable. It's just like so cool and so thoughtful and so present when you're talking to him. She was so snarky and it was like trying to act like it was her premiere and just like such attitude all over the place. I was so turned off by her, and she's stunning to look at and totally lame to talk to. I was so disappointed. And this was obviously before he dealt with all this stuff. But I swear, if anyone was like, "Could you see this coming?" I go, definitely, 100%.
You think she really pooed the bed?
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard of. That she pooped in the bed and left it for him. I mean, what kind of psychopath does that?
It's just
We don't-
so specific.
So
It's
specific.
such a like that. When I heard it, I'm like, I didn't. Yeah,
And then in the defense, she tried to claim that it was a Chihuahua that did it. The
Johnny was like, there's a difference between Chihuahua poops and human
the
poops.
gaslighting. That trial. I mean, I try not to. As soon as I started hearing the word gaslight, I'm like, I guarantee you, I'm going to be in an argument with someone who's going to use this new fake word. And then when I watched that trial, all of a sudden I'm like, no, this is a thing. Gaslighting is real. Oh my gosh, the poor kid has been gaslit the whole time. Poor Johnny Depp. I can't. All I want to see is more Johnny Depp.
You're a yes. Both you guys would say you're a yes on the poo.
Oh my gosh, what a crappy thing to do.
Thing to do. Boom.
Yeah.
Damn it! I wish I had my rim.
I have never had a particular affinity for pranks that involved human waste.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Who does?
Well, as
Who
a
does?
kid, you never like lit a bag of dog poop on fire and stuck it on a door.
No.
A lot of twists and turns, and it got a lot of people talking. In the end, I think we all just want to see everyone come out of these experiences stronger and happier.
Thank you, B-Tron.